Hey guys, Adam here again with another problem from the GMAT prep. So once again, if you haven't yet done the problem, I'd recommend that you pause the video for just a moment to come up with your own answer before we discuss it together. So first I'll read the problem. Here goes. One of the primary distinctions between our intelligence with that of other primates may lay not so much in any specific skill, but in our ability to extend knowledge gained in one context to new and different ones. Okay, so it's an interesting sentence that deals with sort of the difference between human intelligence and the intelligence of other primates. And so let's start by looking at the first answer choice A, which is, as you know, always exactly the same as the original. So in answer choice A, the first thing that you'll probably notice is that I have an idiom. I have the distinctions between our intelligence with that of other primates. And this idiom should always be between, and we're usually dealing with differences between X and Y. Okay, so answer choice A has an incorrect idiom. There's also another problem in answer choice A that I'll quickly bring up right now. If you look right out here, I have this word lay, may lay, not so much in any specific skill, but in our ability to extend knowledge, etc. So lay is actually the past tense. This is the past tense of the verb to lie. And because I'm beginning it with a modal auxiliary, I'm actually looking for the infinitive. So this should be lie. So that's two strikes against this sentence already. A pretty good reason to eliminate it. In answer choice B, I've got the idiom again, distinctions between our intelligence with that of other primates, which is incorrect, so I can already eliminate it for that reason. But of course, I have fixed the lay-lie problem right there. Answer choice C, between our intelligence and that of other primates. Okay, so that's correct if you look back at our idiom right there. That's the correct use of this idiom. And if you need more information on that idiom, I've actually got a video on it, so you can check that one out. There will be a link to that in the bottom of the screen. So one of the primary distinctions, I'm doing answer choice C here right now, one of the primary distinctions between our intelligence and that of other primates may lie, okay, so that's correct, not so much in any specific skill as in our ability to extend knowledge gained in one context to new and different ones. And I'm going to just jump down here quickly. One thing that we have going on right at the end of the sentence is another idiom, not so much X as Y. Now this is a really good idiom in English. It's a fun one to use. It sounds really good if you use it in your writing. Not so much X as Y. And if you have not seen this idiom yet, you can also check out my video specifically about that, and I'll provide a link to it. But the bottom line here is just as in between X and Y, the original idiom that we started out with, X and Y must be parallel. So X and Y always have to be parallel, and what that basically means is they have to be the same type of phrase or class of word. And more specifically, in general terms, the bottom line with parallelism is X and Y, the two phrases or words, they need to start in the same way. And indeed, in answer choice C, we've got not so much in any specific skill as, and then I have to go up to the original sentence, in our ability to extend knowledge gained in one context to new and different ones. So we've got good parallelism, we've got a good idiom at the beginning. It looks pretty good to me. Let's take a look at D. One of the primary distinctions our intelligence has from that of other primates may lie not in any specific skill as in our ability to extend knowledge gained in one context to new and different ones. Okay, so this right at the end, it's not so much X as Y. Not X as Y just doesn't exist as an idiom, so that's an incorrect idiom at the end. And we can certainly say we're not really very clear right at the beginning. One of the primary distinctions our intelligence has from that of other primates may lay not in any specific skill as in our ability to extend knowledge gained in one context to new and different ones. It sounds a little funny, and it's not as clear as saying one of the distinctions between X and Y. So for that reason, we can eliminate it. Answer choice E. One of the primary distinctions of our intelligence to that of other primates may lay, okay, so first of all, we've got that big problem out there, not in any specific skill, but in our ability to extend knowledge gained in one context to new and different ones. Okay, so here we can very conclusively eliminate it because it uses the past tense of this word, to lie, so it says lay. So that's already a pretty good point of elimination. And once again, it's just not a very clear sentence, especially right at the beginning. It would be much clearer to express the comparison that I'm making between X and Y. Okay, so let's just go down right now and let's take a look at what sorts of things came up in that sentence. So the first thing that we talked about was the idiom between X and Y, and you can check out my video on that. The second thing that we talked about was this verb to lie. To lie versus lay. The third thing we talked about was the idiom not so much X as Y, and you can check out my video on that one as well. And finally, in general terms, we talked a little bit about parallelism, which is one of the big topics that comes up all the time in English writing, and you can check out my various videos on this concept at the end. There you go. So if you like this video, you should definitely check out the other videos on the site. I've got tons of other explanations for GMAT sentence corrections, as well as explanations for every single GMAT prep sentence correction, every single one. And also, if you liked it, you can help me out by donating to the site. It's how I keep these things going, and it's also how I keep helping you guys out. So thanks a lot for listening. Cheers.